What's happening? Welcome back to another episode of TC Speech. We have a mega exciting. This is our first guest speaker.
Am I your first one?
You are the first
How
one.
good.
We are in person today at the beautiful Sunshine Coast, and today we have next to me. If you're watching on YouTube, or you listen in. We have Andrew Taylor. So Andrew is a close personal friend of mine. I've met probably a year and a half. No,
Yeah, just over a year and a half ago.
yeah, probably about a year and a half ago, and it's like we're just.
We were brothers.
We were brothers. Brothers from another mother. That's whatever the saying is. Like, that's just, I think, the best way. It's like, it's like we knew each other from a past life. Yeah. Like, I don't know, but like, I just feel like that's what the bond has been. And Andrew's been sort of a big part of, I guess, of our life, of even like our TC Legacy community, which I'm super pumped to have him exclusively part of our community, helping our people in there as well. And basically, we wanted to, like, we could just talk for freaking hours and hours and hours. But Andrew is extremely successful in his field, which we're going to jump into a little bit. But like, just overall, from his story, what he's gone through, he's helped a lot of people build businesses. He's seen a lot of businesses. He's seen a lot of people crush it, a lot of people not crush it. So I'm really excited to dive into that today. But Andrew, look, I want you to give me a little bit of a introduction, just a little about your story, your background. Obviously, you've built Liveco to what it is to say, but I want to leave that to you to give us a little bit of a background story there of who the hell is Andrew Taylor.
Yeah, so to me, I'm just a regular Joe, to be honest. But for some of you guys that don't know me, my name's Andrew, and I own a clothing company called Liveco, and we specialize just in hats, and you see Josh wear them all the time. But it never always started that way. Originally born and raised in South Auckland, New Zealand. Moved here when I was like 20. Was working in the fitness industry for like 10 plus years while building businesses on the side. Everything from, cleaning companies, wheel companies, marketing companies, helping other people build, scaling out gyms. But then, decided to go, once I got made redundant with inside the fitness industry, decided to go all in on hats. And essentially that's where we are here today. We've, taken it to a whole nother level.
Also, what was the inspiration behind Liveco? Like, how did the name come along? How did it sort of...
It's a funny story, right? So, when you sit on a plane, right, and you've got like 3 seats, 4 seats, 3 seats, like I was sitting on the 4 seats and there was like me and there was these 3 elderly ladies sitting there, right? And they were on their first ever overseas holiday. They'd never been on a holiday before. They were like late 60s and they'd never used a touchscreen on the, the little plane. And I was showing them how to do it and like the movies you can watch and stuff like that. And we got chatting. And anyone that has moved away from their hometown, and you know this as well, when you move away from your hometown and you go back to your hometown, you find that people are still doing the same shit day in, day out, right?
Yeah.
And so like that's what I was really thinking about when I left New Zealand. I was coming back to Australia and I was like, fuck, everyone's still doing the same thing. And I was speaking to this elderly lady and she's like, we've left life way too late to start living. Like, we're widows now. We don't have our husbands. This is our first overseas holiday. And I was like, fuck. And I was like people need to start like living their life to the fullest and all that type of stuff. And like, I was really like driven, or I wouldn't say I was driven. I was like very outgoing and ambitious and stuff like that. So I was like, I had this envelope on this birthday card that I had got from one of my mates, and I was like, just started like scribbling on there, and I still designed our first ever Liveco logo on there. So it was like, live, don't just exist. So it was all about living life to the fullest type thing. So it was like, live, co, don't just exist. And I was like, oh, this is cool. So we'll like, I'll play with this and we'll kind of see how it went. And at that point in time, like I didn't have a job, didn't have income, didn't have anything along those lines. And we started a thing called, do you know what Kickstarter is?
A little bit. I've heard of it before.
So Kickstarter is essentially like, it's kind of like, what's a crowd? What is, when you raise money for something?
A crowd fund?
Yeah, like a crowdfunding. So essentially like you pledge. So what had happened is like, we pledged, like you put $4,000 and it was kind of like pre-order, right? So we chucked it on this website and it was like, you have like 30 days to pledge, but if you don't hit that, you don't get the money. And so we're like 25 days in, we've done like $400 and I was like, fuck, we're not going to hit this, right? And I jumped on LinkedIn and I was like, fuck, I'm going to message every single person on LinkedIn that I can possibly think of. And this is when LinkedIn wasn't even a huge thing. And we ended up hitting over that $4,000 and we were able to get, the money to start Liveco. And we were a gym/lifestyle brand at that point in time. And this is coming up, 10 years ago. We started the brand off that type of income. And then it just kind of went on from there.
And what do you need the $4,000 for? Like, was that to buy like your first bit of stock?
Yeah,
like, what was?
I think there was like 100 t-shirts or something along those lines. I think it was like 100 t-shirts, and that was enough to buy 100 t-shirts. I think it was like 75 of them was to go out to those people that had like funded towards, the startup and stuff like that. And then I had the remaining, 15 t-shirts. And then we had obviously leftover income to then get more money. And that's essentially how I bankrolled it. It was like, I'm going to use this income. I'm going to buy these t-shirts. I'm going to sell these. I'm going to get more shirts. And it just kind of went from there.
Yeah. So you didn't really use your own money from the start?
No, never.
Nothing.
So no loans, no handouts, no like credit cards, no nothing.
Yeah, wow. And who was like outside of like the 75 people like you gave back to the people, like who was you, where did your first like, what was your first piece of marketing? Like where'd your first like customer, like how'd you do that? Like
it's actually funny. Like if I look back to those, it was like I had literally grabbed a photo off the internet and I was like kind of a little bit of a whiz on Photoshop and I like planted the logo over the top of it and like drew around it and like took the background out. It was like sketchy as it had the shadow to it and like put it online. That was our first piece of marketing. And then I was like, nah, I've got to create, I think in that last 5 days of the pledge, I was like, for me to acquire more customers, I've got to create something really fucking cool. So what I did is we went into Kangaroo Point and we just filmed like people walking around the city, just really mundane, like really just like stuck in their own bubble when it's like around Kangaroo Point. And I was like, I created this video. It's just, I want to start, promoting living life to the fullest. It's like, are you stuck in a job? Do you hate what you're doing? You feel like there's more to life? And we created this real black and white video. And it was actually I thought it was epic at the time. Now I look back to it, it was pretty trash. But, and that was the video that kind of got people over the line because I think it hit a soft spot for a lot of people.
And that drew them into like your website?
Yeah, so we didn't have a website. We drew them into the Kickstarter campaign. So they go into the Kickstarter campaign and it was like, you could pledge, you could donate like any amount of money that you wanted, or you could spend $25, get a t-shirt. You could spend $40 and get 2 t-shirts. You could spend, I think I had one on there where it's like, I think it was like $1,000 and it was like you get 3 t-shirts, a lunch, and I'll take you skydiving or something along those lines. Cause I was like, there'd be enough money that we could create a really cool video of that. No one ever did that. Everyone just brought the 1 or 2 t-shirts. And yeah, it was just, it was a lot of people that I just didn't know that had come through and done it. Or we put it on Facebook and I literally shared it to like sent a private message to everybody. And I was like, hey, could you do me a massive one? And can you like share this out to people and try and help get the brand out there? And this was back before anyone was even doing businesses.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's awesome. And so you really sold like you painted the picture and the storytelling of like that emotion that like you were so stuck in. And that's what resonated with other people. And I think, is that like where like the don't just exist?
Yep, 100%.
That's been your thing for a decade now.
And like you see it, like on the side of our, I think it's on, it's on the side here. So on all the side of our hats, there's always like, don't just exist. On the inside of our hats, it's like, don't just exist. And it's like, it's not like talking about like, oh, you've got to have flashy cars, you've got to have flashy lifestyle. It's literally like what you interpretate living your life to the fullest could be. You could be a mum with 2 kids. You could be a father with 2 kids. You could be a tradie that loves being on the tools. It's like what you're equivalent to living life to the fullest is how you interpretate it. It's not just about the money side of things, the lifestyle side of things.
I love that. And hats off to you for sticking, because I see so many people like they pivot, switch their message, whatever, to try and see what lands. But like, I didn't really know much of that story, but like to that depth, but it's like, you've really stuck to that like clear vision. Obviously it has pivoted and adjusted, but like you've really stuck to that core message and like slogan. I think that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, 100%. I've just stuck to it the whole time.
And was Liveco was there other names, or was Liveco that was it, or did you have other names you were going to go for? Or like,
yeah, so I had like 3 different ones. So I had Liveco, Ambitious Lifestyle, which you already know about. Ambitious Lifestyle, I'm still very heavy in. It's kind of like my little baby in the background. And then it was called The Focused, and it was like just focusing on honing in on your skill set. That was it, like. Stay passionate, stay focused. That was my whole motive behind it.
Before the clothing brand, like Liveco was always just the name, and there was nothing else.
No, so like,
so that was going to be the name.
Yeah, no. So there was like 3 options. Like,
gotcha.
So I was like, I did Liveco on the envelope, but obviously when I got home, I was like, oh, what about trademark? Like somebody must have trademarked it. Like, oh, it's going to be a fine line. And then so that's when I started to come up with other ideas just in case.
Yeah. No, got it. No, that's epic, man. Look, what's one of the hardest things that you've sort of gone through? Like, because I see so many people these days, like, obviously they're wanting to start a clothing brand, even similar to, what you've done, e-com stuff, all that sort of things. But like, I'm interested to hear, because like, it's, again, like it can kind of get glorified. Business in general can really get glorified these days in right or wrong ways, because a lot of people see the wins and see the end results, which is I feel like it's kind of the individual's fault, because like they don't go back and strip back the layers and find more about the person or scroll back a few posts. Like we get it all the time. People look at our journey now. And it's like, bro, like go back 5-10 years.
They
like,
think it's an overnight success.
Yeah, like there's more to today's post. But like going back to like what's like maybe just one or two things like where you had like one of the hardest things you went through with like again maybe like it was getting the brand off the ground or maybe hitting like through a break for you. Like can you really pinpoint like one sort of fucking hard time that really, not many people really sort of know about?
Probably one hard time that I could probably think about is so obviously I worked in the fitness industry, got was still working there while building Liveco. And essentially what had happened is my ex-partner at the time of like 4 or 5 years, decided just one night, that's it, I'm done. I walked out on me, never spoken to her again. And then it was like a week later, I got made redundant from my job. So it's like, I've lost my ex-partner. I've got made redundant from my stable job. I've got, nothing going for me. Like, what the fuck? Like, what am I going to do? And I still vividly remember having a good call with a friend of my mate, Josh Jones, right? And I still remember sitting in my car at the gym, like I've just been made redundant, like my fucking world's ending. I'm like, what's going on here? Like bawling my eyes out in this car. And I still remember Josh saying to me on the phone, he's like, bro, he's like, if there's anyone that can fucking do it, he's like, it's you that can do it. He's like, you're just going through a tough time right now. He's like, if you can just show up and do the fucking 1% every single day, I can promise you that this is going to pay off. And I literally spoke to Josh last night and we were chatting about it as well. And that was probably, I would say probably the hardest time with Liveco was that moment where I was like, I've lost what I considered to be my future, my career. Like Liveco was doing okay back then, but it wasn't paying the bills. It wasn't turning over great numbers. Like it was like, just step by step, just doing its thing. And it's like the best thing that the craziest part about it at that point in time in my life, it was the fucking worst thing that felt like that could ever happen, but it was the best thing that ever happened. And it's like massive shout out to my ex-partner for walking out on me. Shout out to the fitness community that, made me redundant, and, massive shout out to Josh for fucking, believing in me and doing it. Like,
I fucking love this because again, all of everything that's led to, and this is just like everything that's led to, again, obviously there's so many different things along the way, but everything that turning point there for you was the turning point that's led to everything to today. And like when 100%. I look back at everything as well, it's like, maybe it's like a handful of like the most hardest things that have happened. But like, again, if you could go forwards 5-10 years, but fuck this thing here, it's like, but it's up to the decision I make today of like left, right, upward spiral, downward spiral.
Yep.
Because I think it's a very dangerous turning point, because the reality is most people will take the downward spiral and blame and go to drugs, alcohol, shitty food, whatever, poor me, which is fucking 90% of the population.
Yeah.
Blame this, blame that. But like, I think the next thing that was injected in you, which most people don't have that at the time, but it's like you had that little injection of external belief.
Yep.
But like, what's the biggest thing you've took from that? Like, was it that like belief from external that I can do this, or was it like what do you think the key thing was?
I think the key thing probably would be is like, people, when you go through hard times, right, they feel like they've got to conquer Mount Everest the next day. They feel like they've got to overcome this massive hurdle straight away. But it's like, if you just wake up the next morning and just do 1% that fucking moves the needle, and then you do 1% the next day, and you do 1% the next day, what happens? It compounds. And then you just get bigger and better. And that's essentially what it is. It's like, I wasn't the smartest guy in the room. I didn't have the most amount of money. I didn't have a huge network of friends. Like, I literally lost everything around me. My friend circle, absolutely everything. And it's like, okay, well, what am I going to do? It's like, I'm just going to show up. I'm going to get up early in the morning. I'm going to make my bed. I'm going to go for a walk. I'm going to clear my head. I'm going to journal. I'm going to meditate. I'm going to do the 1%, and you're going to do that one task, which is a high profit action, right? That is my biggest thing, is a high profit action, is that high profit action must be something that is going to move the needle, that's going to get you in the direction that you need to go to. So when times get tough and it's like, okay, cool, I've just lost, I think at that point in time, I was on about $150,000 a year inside the fitness industry. It's like, okay, well, what do I need to do to bring that back? So, okay, well, let's break down the numbers. Okay, $150,000 a year. How many people do I need to have go through to my website? How many people do I need to have ads cart? How many people do I need to purchase? How many products do I need to have in order? And it's like, literally that, okay, I need to have 200 people go to my website to get, 10 sales. Perfect, done. That's all I needed to do. And if I just strove to do just that 1%, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
And then go from there.
Yeah, you're a true entrepreneur at heart. You can tell that.
Yeah.
But like, I think as well, it's like it wasn't just business stuff. It was like more on that, the stuff with the breakup, etc. It's more like it's personal. I think this is where like personal and business, it comes back to again belief, energy. Like it's all this stuff that, you know, it's all got to be a combination. But what would you just sort of say to people? Like, it's okay, look, like they can relate to that story, but it's like, fuck, like I don't have a business, a website, a store, whatever. Like I've just been fucking partners just left me, fucking took the kids, again, just like whatever, lost my job, but like I don't have a fucking business or whatever.
I don't know what I'm going to do.
Yeah, but it's like, I don't want to fucking go down the wrong path. Like, what do I do?
I think the first thing you need to do is really focus, like, you need to channel in. I think the first thing is, like, health and fitness is a key. You and I, we're, you know, massive into our fitness. I think it's like, you know, getting up and moving the body first thing in the morning, you know, minimum 10,000 steps per day. And it sounds like very like motivational, like, oh, you got to get up and you got to exercise, but it's fucking true. Like when you've got a clear mind and you exercise and those dopamine hits you that, you know, it really goes, that's definitely the first thing. And then once you've, you know, passed, you know, the active side of things, I think what you really need to do is you need to channel in and you got to look at things like what truly fucking lights me up. Like what is my purpose? And this is where so many people get wrong with it, is they feel as like their purpose is what they see on social media. They see fucking old Bob across the street. He's got a Lambo and he's got the $1 billion house and he's like, oh, he's selling fucking, you know, water bottles. I need to go sell water bottles. It's like, no. You're chasing somebody else's dream. It's like you need to look within inside yourself and what truly lights you up. And, you know, and this is, we do a lot of purpose process with a lot of people. It's like your purpose in life could be just to be a mum, and that is okay. Once you know your purpose, it's going to light you up. Purpose doesn't have to be revolved around money. It's about what excites you and what lights you up. So it's like, do the fitness side of things, look into your purpose. Like, what do you love talking about? If you were to walk into a room and go, if there was 1,000 conversations that are going on in this room, what am I most comfortable in? What excites me the most? Oh, it's football. I'm going to go down this way. Okay. You know, when I've got my phone with me, what am I Googling the most? What do people come to me for help for the most? What are the problems that I solve within other people's life? Like I could be a chippy and it's like, I'm really good at fucking building fences and gates and all that type of stuff. And it's like, okay, well, people come to me because they know that I'm really fucking good at this. Like obviously, but there's got to be a purpose, because people got to realize what their purpose is right now is not what their purpose is going to be in 6 to 12 months time, right? It's like every little action that you take is going to get you there. Like I could say, fuck, I'm going to be the next Hugh Hefner in the Playboy Mansion. It's like, no, that is a vision. Like that is a vision. And it's like every little step that I take is going to potentially take me there, but that's not my purpose right now. And I need to focus on what my purpose is. And this is where people get imposter syndrome, right? Mm-hmm. It's like they start doing things and they're like, oh, I'm not good enough. I've got to have the best camera, the best lighting. I've got to have it. It's like, no. Focus on what you've got at and be very grateful for what it is and just show up and do those 1%. I can promise you it will fucking pay off.
Yeah, and I think, like I said, going back to before, it's like, I feel like externally what didn't rattle you, it's like, because we started the podcast with like you had that vision, and it comes back to like the don't just exist. Yep. And it's kind of like, obviously it shook you so much, but it's kind of like you still just pivoted and adjusted to that fucking crystal clear vision.
Yep.
Which obviously, again, it's like the destination on the map. It's like, hey, like we want to go here, but like you don't just fucking, it's like, oh, it's in 10 hours, we'll be there. It's like fucking flat tires, this, that. You fucking go fucking west, remember to go on east, and like all this shit happens. But it's like, as long as it comes back to that clear destination is locked in, it's like you're going to go there. And most people haven't even sat down for 60 seconds and even thought about what the fuck they want.
100%, because they're too busy. They're picking up their phone. They're, you know, getting validation from people that, like, I wouldn't go get business advice from somebody that doesn't have a business. I won't get financial advice from somebody that's, you know, dead broke, you know, type of thing. It's like, you know, I love my mum and dad. They're the best people. It's like, but I wouldn't get financial advice from them because they're not in the position that I want to be in. So I'm like, I'm going to be seeking out these people that potentially, you know, have what I want. Yeah. And I think people also need to realize is like business and life is a roller coaster. There's going to be highs. There's going to be massive highs, but there's going to be lows, and you got to need to know how to come out of the lows, right? And it's like a pendulum swing. There's always a negative and a positive, and when you're too far to the negative, it's going to come back to a positive eventually, right? When you're too far to a positive, you're going to come back to the negative, and it's always about being centered in life. When you have those wins, it's like, cool, this was a fucking great win. I'm very grateful for what I've done. Now it's time to move on. When you're too far to that positive, like, yeah, I'm the man, I'm fucking killing it, doing all this type of stuff, you're going to go far to that left really, really hard. And you see it all the time as people go up and they boast about all these times, and then they hit rock bottom, and it's like they struggle to get out of it because they've talked it up so much that they can't come back to that grounded. They can't come back to center.
Yeah, I see this. It's kind of like that. He said it's like that sort of the ego, like which you need to have that ego to get things off, to do something. You need to like, you need to have that bit of like, I'm gonna fucking do this. I can fucking do this. But then, like I said, this is a double-edged sword with social media. I think social media is the best fucking thing ever.
Yeah.
And I think it's like, it comes down to each individual of how this looks and in your life, and because I think it can either consume and completely fuck your whole life, or it can literally change your life and be the most amazing thing ever. But like you said, it comes down to like how you perceive things online. Like we have access to like you imagine, like, you know, back even talk about 10 years ago, it's like you would have to buy, you know, you spend $20-30 on a book and have to sit there for 9 hours and read a book to get 3 key takeaways. Yep. It's like, fuck. But now it's just like you can follow people that are just fucking CEOs, millionaires, some billionaires, people making, you know, just starting to people making 20, 30, whatever income you want to learn. It's like so many people are doing it, and they're just fucking giving you value. Podcast, like
ChatGPT.
Yeah, fuck
bro,
it.
don't even start me on that. Like ChatGPT in itself is like, that's where, you know, back in the day, it's like I used to spend $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 on courses and mentorships and all that type of stuff. Your phone has ChatGPT. You literally ask it. You want data? You want to understand an audience? You want to understand how to do something? You want to understand how to make... Bro, the other day I was learning how to cook something. I went to ChatGPT. Like, it's literally at your fingertips. Like, there is no excuse for people not being able to achieve what they want in life with what's accessible with inside their hands.
And I think like even with ChatGPT, like you could, if you've got someone that like, let's just say, I'm learning from Dan Martell at the moment. Like, let's just say, for example, it's like, fuck, I'd love to, but it's like, I can't afford the 12 grand to do it, work with Dan Martell. You can literally have, it's like in ChatGPT, like literally prompt it to be like, hey, if Dan Martell was like my one-on-one coach in my business right now, and obviously you should be talking to it about giving all the information about your business or the business you want to create, start, fit, like whatever the hell the thing is you can literally, like, it will literally talk to you like it's your fucking one, and it's so accurate.
Yep, 100%.
It's it will pull all the information of everything that they've got online to their courses, everything, and like it's literally like you had them as a one-on-one coach for fucking free, or $29 a month if you're paying for the subscription. Like it's wild, but again, like I think like this can be like the overwhelm side of like there is so much information out there, which again, like 10 years ago, it's like you would do anything to have more access to more information. Now there's so much of it out there. I think what most people do now is they will consume all that, get confused, and then like I said before, like they can kind of get like, I can't do that. I'm there, like I just need to make a start, but fuck, they're at chapter 39. But I think it comes back down to like, you need to just, because everyone's got their different, like there is no one, like my story to how we've, you know, become successful. Like I compare my success to how I was 6 years ago.
Yep.
I'm the most successful person ever to that fucking version.
Yeah,
I don't,
100%.
you know, like
we all are,
we all get kind of funny. And it's like, oh, you can't say successful. It's like, I compare myself externally to other people 100%, but like, I compare myself to yesterday, to 1 year, 3, like my biggest thing. It's like, if I go 12 months and like, we're at a different destination and like our life, we look worse, we feel worse. If shit's worse than like 12 months ago, that's my metric I go by, and it scares the fuck out of me. It's like literally what gets me up every single day. But what I'm saying is, with that is, it's like you got so much information out there, and you can either choose to do fucking nothing with it and get overwhelmed, because like this person's like, invest in real estate, this person's like crypto, this person's like fucking empty bank account so you're hungry, this person's like save all your money. Like everyone's got this fucking tactic, and everyone's story of success is completely different in there. But I think you need to, like you said, is take the little bits and pieces, find if it's 1 to 3 people that like you truly like, they have the mindset, the body, the family, the children, the lifestyle, the like all the things that just feel really good. Because I went in and out of these for ages. It's like I love, like, you know, Andrew Tate. Then I love people again like Dan Martell. That's like really like the buy back your time, like you know, living your fucking life, being present. Like I want that life where like I don't want it. But then I'm like, I listen to Andrew Tate or like Andy Frisella, and it's like, fucking work hard, fucking all day. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, what do I do?
I'm not working hard enough. And it's
Yeah.
like this fucking pendulum
Yeah.
of that. But it's like, you've really got to, well, hang on. It's like, I don't want to work 20 hours a day and have no life forever. Like, I don't fucking want that.
Yeah,
I do want peace, freedom. I do want to be happy. I don't want to fucking have to work every single day, all day. Like, because I've seen the people that do that. I'm like, I don't want that. So it took me a lot of time to really figure that out and go, well, okay, I'm really going to follow this person. Like, they truly have what I want.
Yep.
And then what we did over our years, that's when we did invest in like a course, mentorship. It's because generally you can take a lot of free information. I think you could build. I think there is no excuse to build a 6-figure business from nothing, online, whatever it is, from just free information.
100%.
YouTube, Reels, whatever. I truly think that you could fucking do that easily.
I had a call with a friend of mine recently, Riley, and I hope he doesn't mind me speaking about this, but we were chatting on the phone, and he's like, man, I want to start making 10 grand a month, blah blah blah. He's like, oh, give me 6 months. I was like, bro, you've got fucking 1 month. I was like, if you do not get this shit started, like, don't call me. And I remember we were driving to Byron, right, and he was chatting to him on the phone. I was like, bro, I need you to do this, this, and this, and I need you to have it up by Sunday night. He messaged me on Sunday and goes, hey, bro, I'm not going to be able to have it up tonight. I'll post it tomorrow night. Oh, like as in on the Monday. And I literally responded back to him. I said, don't call me tomorrow. Because I'm like,
I love that.
Don't fucking like waste time. Like, and this is where so many people go wrong. They're like, oh, I'm going to do it tomorrow. I'm going to do it next week. Oh, I'm going to wait for the perfect moment. Oh, I'm going to do this. I need the perfect light. It's like, just fucking start. Like, literally just start. And I think where so many people get wrong is they get so consumed with everyone else and what they are doing on social media that they're just not focusing on themselves. They see all the vanity metrics. Somebody's doing e-com over here. They're doing drop shipping. They're doing crypto. Somebody's got a service-based company. They're doing coaching. It's like, they're here. It's like, no, bro, like, focus on one thing, get really fucking good at it. And this is where people get so confused, billionaires and millionaires, they always talk about, you must have, 7 streams of income and all this type of stuff. But they do that from the start and they spread themselves so thin, but they don't actually realize that it's like, no, get one stream of income, get really fucking good, do 7 figures a year, then diversify into the next thing, right? You've got that cash flow that's coming through, that security that you can then move into the next thing, right? As opposed to, somebody's doing e-com, then they're doing social media, then they're doing, it's like, bro, you're spreading yourself too thin and you're only able to give 25% to that one skill set, whereas you should be giving 95 to 100%.
Do you know what I think the biggest reason is why people start so many streams of income from the start? They don't trust themselves.
100%, yeah.
They start a thing, but it's like, is this really the thing?
Yeah.
Like, is it, they question themselves, they doubt themselves, they don't trust themselves to stick into that thing. So they'll go and start multiple things. Like, I literally see people, it's like they got online business. Like, if you message them, it's like, hey, how can you help me? It's like, hey, here's a drop down menu of all my businesses. Like, what do you want?
Yeah,
I've got fucking
options,
this.
man.
It's like, well, which one works? It's like, well, fuck if I know. Whatever one you pick, that's going to be the thing.
Yeah.
It's like, you don't even, I think it's also misleading as well, but it's like, you have no fucking idea. And you're just trying to find the magic thing. But like you said, like the principles haven't changed. It just comes down to like mastering the skill set, getting good at one thing, picking the right business model, the thing that you truly believe is going to get the outcome that you want, and knuckle the fuck. It could take 5 years.
Yep. And I think, what you were saying before, coming back to belief, is like these people are seeing what other people are doing online and they're skeptical, right? They're like, oh, I don't know if this is going to work. I'm a bit unsure on this. So they try it. So they don't believe in that person that's doing it. They don't believe in themselves that's doing it. And it's like they get very skeptical on it. So then they try, and there's like they kind of dip their toes in, they kind of dip themselves in. If there's one thing that I would say to these people is like, have belief in yourself and be so, come up with a goal that's so unrealistic that your friends and family will tell you that you're fucking stupid. Like, you've got to believe in yourself, because no one else is going to believe in you. It's simple. No one else is going to believe in you, and you need to believe in yourself. Like, belief is over the last 10 years, belief is probably the number one thing that has got me to where I am today, is fucking believing in myself, because no one else is going to do it.
100%. And I don't like using the word easy, but I think it's never been so simple for the average person to literally create and build their dream life.
100%.
Like we talk about, like the Australian dream. Like we were talking about this out there before, how like, there's stories have someone bought a house for 70 grand at the Sunshine Coast at the moment, 70 grand, and now it's worth fucking 1 million, 2 million, all this sort of stuff. It's like, it's just the old ways, like you said, listening to parents. And like, again, I learned so much from my parents, but it's like, I don't want to duplicate their life. Like I've learned so many good things, bad things, but like there's so many things that just didn't resonate for where I wanted to go. And what I'm sort of getting at here is like that old way of saving. Look, you have to save. Like that rule hasn't changed, but it's like you can't save your way out of this economy that is today. And especially like if you just want to get by, like this is how much it's changed. Like the Australian dream was what? Like it's all the external pressures of, and I think people get hit with this so early. Like we went through it's like buy a house, get married, have kids. And most people do this by fucking 23 to 25 these days because of it's like, got to get married. Okay, that's done. When you're having kids, and it's like, they do all these things and most people are happy, but it's like, but then it's just like, well, fucking, then what? And these are the people that it's just so like, just getting by. I remember when I was 18, I'm like, if I can figure out a way to earn $1,000 a week, I'm like, I'm going to be fucking set.
Yeah, 100%. Back when we were younger, $1,000 a week was a lot of money.
You are a G.
You were fucking making good coin.
And I'm like, if I can just figure that out. I know when I was working for Australia Post, I worked like 80 hours and I cleared like $1,100. And I'm like, I'm fucked. I worked like 7 days. I'm like, I've done it. Then I'm like, fuck. Like
this sucks.
Yeah, this fucking sucks.
Yeah.
But then as it's gone on, it's just like everything has gone up in the economy these days, everything. Like you cannot save your way out of this. No. What I'm going back to, it's like, well, all the things we spoke about, you can sit back there like social media is toxic and whatever way stuff. Is your fault. Yeah. Like that is
you choose to allow it to affect your life.
If you pick up your phone, you're scrolling memes and you've got all these chats of look at this entertainment. Like, look, it's just like we watch TV. There's entertainment, there's a time for I'm not saying you can't do that. But if you're sitting back complaining, whinging, how fucking and genuinely miserable and upset of your own life, it is completely your own fault and you're completely fucking wasting your life.
Only you can change it.
By doing that. But you have the most powerful fucking tool there in your hand right now, coupled with, again, the most smartest, intelligent AI, ChatGPT. And the best thing these days is like the whole followers don't mean fuck all anymore. Like you can literally start a brand new account today and like have the same reach as someone like us that has 100,000 followers. Like each post is kind of like a clean slate. Like it's the content's the variable of like the targeting where it's not like, oh, this many followers. Most of it doesn't even fucking, your followers barely even see anything.
You're literally one post away from going viral and it fucking changing your life. And I've seen it firsthand. Like Jonathan, Kat Clark, like I've known them for years. They were just your regular run-of-the-mill family. Hardworking Jonathan was working as a Sparky. They're now the number one TikTok family in Australia. Emma's another one. Emma, came into my life as a single mom and she's like, I don't want to go back to work. Like I've got to, raise this child and I don't want to do it. And it's like, we built her social media out. Now we've built an online business. She's doing like 50 to 100 grand a month now, like, which is fucking mind blowing. And that's what I mean is like, you're one post away from doing it. So don't allow other people's thoughts and opinions. Oh, here we go. We were just talking about outside before. There's a new thing, a feature on Instagram called Trial Reels. You can literally post on Instagram without your followers even knowing that you're posting, and it's only going to go to new people. And the only time that you can bring it back into your feed is if you want it to. So for example, you post a photo of you talking about how you're a great chippy and this is how you build a deck and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, you don't want your people to see about it because you think that it's cringy. Post it so no one else can see it. And then if it goes viral, then bring it back into it, because what's going to happen is these people at the start, they're going to hate on you, right? I had it to this day. It's funny, I still get Facebook messages, right? I'm coming back to when I first started Liveco. When I sent a message out to every single person, I was like, hey bro, I would really appreciate it if you could just spend, 30 seconds of your time, just hit the share button and just let people know about what I'm doing, right? This is 10 years ago, before anyone started a business. So it wasn't like a really big thing. And it's like, now they're messaging me, right? And they're like, hey bro, any chance you can hook me up with a free hat? I'm like, motherfucker, you didn't even send my post. Like it literally cost you absolutely nothing, but you were too embarrassed to do it. Like that is ridiculous. And that's what it comes at. At start, these people are going to judge you. They're going to be like, oh, what is he doing? That's ridiculous. Then it's going to be like, hold on, what is he going to do? And then they're going to be asking you how you do it. And those people that didn't support you from the start, you know what you say? You say, fuck them. 100%. I will never help anyone that did not help me from the start. Anyone that has been in my corner from the start, like I will literally take the shirt off my back for them.
No, 100%. And I think with the social media these days, it scares so many people, but like, it's never been an economy right now where it's like, it's just messy phone clips, fucking real and authentic. Because this is the thing, we can all get afraid of how much like, AI is going to take over things, whatever. And like, and look, yes, it is going to a lot, but what that's going to bring back is people are going to absolutely be craving human connection. So by you simply just being you, and like, I didn't even know for our story with building traveling campers, like I didn't even know that we were doing the fucking things, the words say personal branding. It's got all these fancy labels these days. And like, we kind of did all that without even fucking knowing it. All it come down to is us just documenting our journey.
And you know what, even coming back, that's a very valid point. It's like, so many people are building businesses off trying to make money straight away, right? Where it's like you did your journey and it ended up being to where it was, right? You were just doing it for yourself. Same with us. We didn't go out there to sell hats. I created the hats because I simply just wanted a cool hat. And now it's like our number one selling product. And that's where so many people also go wrong, is they're so fixated on the revenue and the money and all that type of stuff. And it's just like, stop focusing so much on the vanity metrics, because you want to be like the next Lambo, the next fucking, millionaire and all that type of stuff.
Yeah. And this is the thing, like I said, like we had our clear vision of what we wanted to do. It's like, and the way we started sharing, it's like, okay, look, here's our life, how it is today. It's like, it was our car, the way we looked, here's the clean slate. Here's the start of our journey, which is different to yours and fucking different to everyone else. And then as that adapted, like we fell in love with it with traveling, camping, whatever. That led to, it's like, fuck, I want to do this, permanently one day. I said it, I literally said it, I was like, one day, like, I'm going to be traveling and I'm going to be making money doing it. Didn't know how the fuck it was going to be, but
it's going to happen.
I put it out there, and that's when just, again, the universe will start to slowly go, okay, well, look, here's this. Oh, don't want that, whatever. And it's like, if you're not aware of these things that pop up, and that's where it's like the vehicle rocked up. It's like, fuck, this is the thing. But again, it's just like, you got to go do the thing for yourself first. And then that's going to naturally take people on the journey. It's like my fitness journey at the moment. It's just like, I'm fucking fluffy. Like
He's pretty lean at the moment. I'll give him that much. When I saw him, I was like, fucking hell, Jesus.
But that's like, I'm just like, fuck, like I'm just like, I'm going to go do this thing on my own for myself. And I've been documenting that sort of through the journey. And like, it's naturally going to turn people away from you. Of like, fuck that. It makes me insecure. I'm fat and whatever. It's
got
like,
Cheeto dust in my belly button.
Like that's good. You've been waiting to say that.
I've been waiting to say that.
And like, but this is the thing, that like your journey is going to fucking bring out the worst in people. But what I've found from today, it's like the lives, like for us sitting here today, and it's like, the people that we've helped along the way, it's like, if we didn't do the thing for ourselves first, we would have had no impact on these lives and the people are living today. It's like, that's from us fucking doing the thing and making the decision for ourselves 5-6 years ago. But all it was is just documenting it, having the clear vision, sharing that, showing the steps of like how we're going from fucking, again, no money to literally wanting to be able to travel and have fucking some freedom in our lives. And it's like, here's the little steps every single day of what it looks like. And then like, that's going to naturally inspire people. What you're doing is people are going to know who you are. They're going to, know, like, and trust. Like no one's ever going to buy fucking anything these days. If you can build a real, genuine, authentic just page these days of just you showing your fucking journey, and then having a product or service in the background that you can help the right people with. It's the same principles as just like word of mouth. Like you're going to go hire a painter because it's like, it's Jack, he's a great dude, whatever, does amazing work, whatever. It's that local word of mouth, no, like, and trust. Yep, he's going to do a great job. He's not going to fucking screw you around. That's how you build that same sort of certification, I guess, authority online by you fucking being you and showing your journey. People are going to know, like, and trust you, speak in front of the camera, all the sort of things. And when you go back, it's like, you're going to fucking suck at it. You're going to do all the things. But I wish I had so much more content and captured the shit messy. There still are shit messy times, but I wish I had more videos of me packing fucking mail and working for Australia Post. I wish I had me getting on camera fucking up a million times. Like, I wish I had more of that, because like, that's what people resonate with, is you going through your messaging. Not the like, you go get it's not going to be the fuck. Trust me, if you take something away from this, if it's the thing, if it's the fucking lifestyle, a car, a watch, like whatever your thing is, I want to tell you now, it's not going to be the thing.
Yep.
It's not going to be the fucking money. Because
It's
once
not that fun.
if you can figure that out now, it's like, it's not the thing. You're like, fuck, it's not that. And it's like, maybe it's this. It's like, fuck, it's not that. Like, it's all the other things that need to happen now and first that everyone tries to fucking skip. And it's like, you got to go through that. And like, this looks different for everyone. This is who, like, it turns you into that person you need to become first. This is why I hate people like my DM's like, how long until I make 10 grand? I'm like, bro, fucked if I know. It could be a day, it could be a week, it could be fucking 2 years. Like, does it
How
really,
hard do you want it?
Does it really be that? But does it really matter?
Yep.
Like, you know, it's like you can go just pour 10K a month into, like I said, to some people, it goes to their fucking ego, amplifies who they are, then they're broke in 6 months.
Yep.
Like, it's just, but again, you just going on the journey. You got to go through the shit you got to go through, work on yourself, focus on yourself. But again, this is where it comes down to. It's like the biggest thing at the start is people are like, what are people going to think of me? And it generally comes down to the people that know you now for 6 months, 12 months, 12 years, your whole life, friends, family, what are they going to think? But what I want to tell you, for most of them, what, one or two might actually support you, might actually want you to go and do the thing.
Yep, 100%. And it's like, these people that are judging you are not going to fucking pay your rent. That has been always my mentality in the back of my head. It's like, you're so worried about posting what you want on social media because you're scared of judgment. It's like, those people aren't going to fucking buy from you anyway. So it doesn't matter. Like, does not matter. Like, even for us, like, I would probably say we were probably the first ones that were doing these types of advertising where it was like, background was messy. It was like storage. It was just shit everywhere type thing. It was real, authentic. You know, T didn't want to do it, and I'd like literally record her saying like, I don't want to do this, I suck, like type thing. And it went crazy. And now I see everyone doing it because it's real and authentic. It literally is just who we are type thing. And it's like, people just focus too much about what other people think. And then when you can, and I know it's hard, like I still to this day sometimes worry, and even, you know, some of the biggest players, like I'm like, oh, I better not post that. You know, the big players, you know, they're going to think that I'm not cool type thing. But it's like, at the end of the day, they're not fucking buying my product. So it doesn't matter anyway. Yeah.
And we've been down that trap. But again, like, but you do, your journey changes, you change. And this is the most brokest mindset thing at the start is people like, you know, don't forget where you come from and, oh, he's different. It's like, that's the point.
Yeah.
Like, you can't
be that same person, hanging around with the same people, fucking drinking the same beers at the same pub, like, playing with the same team on the, like, and it's all good to have those authentic friends that you grew up with. And it's like, it's not saying that you should cut them off. And sometimes I'm like, yeah, okay, maybe you should.
Yeah, sometimes you have
you know,
to.
sometimes you have to, but it's like, it's not saying that you should cut them off and stop doing that stuff. But it's like, you need to realize that you can evolve to be different. And when these people call you out and go, oh, you've changed, it's like, yeah, man, I fucking have. I'm a better person now. I'm a better human. Like, if I think about the same Andrew that I was when I was 22, bro, I was a little prick. Like, I had an ego so big. I was, you know, drinking every single weekend, running amok, doing whatever I possibly want. And it's like, you know, those circle of friends were like, oh, you know, you've changed, blah, blah. It's like, yeah, bro, I am. I'm not being an idiot no more. I'm like, I know what I want in life. And I'm not going to fucking allow people to pull me back or hold you back. Or, you know, you buy a new car. It's like, they're the ones not shouting you out on social media. Like, you notice that it's always strangers. It's like people that you don't know are the ones that are like, my biggest supporters to this day are people that I don't even know. Like, one of our number one, we've got three number one customers, Matt, Chris, and Ashley. Complete strangers. But I know, like, I've built that much of a relation with them now that if I was to call them up right now and go, hey, bro, I'm having a bit of an issue at home, I can guarantee you they'd be there in a heartbeat. And I know for the exact same thing that I'd be there because they've supported me on my journey the whole time, and I'll always be there to support them.
Yeah, it's fucking wild. And like, honestly, what gets me up to these days today is how I truly believe that, like, we're put on this earth here to become and create the best version of yourself.
Yep.
And that looks so different for everyone. And like, just what just blows my mind. And again, I went so many fucking years, you know, what, probably 20, 25 years without even thinking about this. It's like, but like, well, like, we have that version, like, life short, one life, all this sort of stuff. It's like, but like, you don't even want to meet that person.
Yeah.
Like, you literally want to go for this life and not even like be excited to meet that person. And like, I wake up every single day of like, how can I change? Like, how can I become better?
Better version.
And also now it's like, people's got this thing. It's like, oh, you can't change other people. You still want to change other people. I wake up, it's like, how can I make an impact and change someone to get them to change who they are? Like,
if I can just change one, like, help somebody move the needle to be a better person.
Yeah.
Oh, Man,
But it's seen as like, oh, you can't. It seems like that's like not what you should be doing. But it's like it's the exact fucking thing you should be doing. You should be changed because you need, if you want your shit to change, you have to change first.
Yeah,
Like,
and making an impact on it, like that type of shit, like lights me up. Like we get off the calls with your guys' crew, and I'm just like, fucking let's go. Like who else can I help out? Like, you know, it's just like, and knowing that you're able to help somebody else's life too, like that is just cracker.
yeah, and this comes down to the smallest things. But look, like I said before, it comes down to like accountability. You can get off and be fired up, whatever. But look, the reality is, most people will still do fuck all. Like most people they'll get a little bit excited, whatever sounds good, and then like the self-doubts, the fears, whatever comes in. And this is why, again, going back to like not easy, but I think it's never been so simple to literally create your life, because again, it's like you just need to show up, get out of the comfort zone, which again, all we've talked about today is basically like, what are people going to think of me? It's in your own fucking head. When you realize that no one gives a fuck, actually, you just go out, do your thing. It actually feels fucking good. You get that positive feedback. Some random's like, oh, hey, bro, fucking love your message. You're like, holy shit. That feels so much better than fucking...
You get a DM. Yeah, man, that's crazy. Like, actually, I just coming back to your thought before, you know, when you talk about social media, something that I actually want to speak to people about is, you know, the old school way of business is, you know, it's like you open up a shop, you're there at 7 o'clock in the morning, the shop closes at 5 o'clock. Between 5 p.m. and 7 a.m. in the morning, there's no trading, there's no one that can look at you, there's no one that's type of thing. Social media is a 24/7 shop. People, you know what it's like. I've been like that, 3 o'clock in the morning, can't sleep, on social media, scrolling. You come across a person, you're like, fucking, who's this guy? You scroll into them, you learn about them. People are building rapport with you while you're sleeping, and then they come back and buy your product or service. People don't realize that. And that's the thing, is you got 24 hours a day of people seeing your stuff and consuming your stuff. Like, that is a huge thing.
Yeah, and you say, this is when it comes back to, again, another big skeptical, misleading thing. It's like, you know, basically like getting paid for doing what you love or making money while you sleep. This is the things, like what has more leverage out there than social media?
Yep.
Like you can literally, like I said, you can literally do a post once. That's evergreen. That can go on to get consistent views for free. For fucking decades.
Yep.
You can recycle that, pin it as a post, whatever. The one thing you create can fucking change everything. It's like, but you go to work every single day to just do the same repetitive thing every single day for the rest of your life and get the same reward. It has no leverage.
Yep. Coming back to that, like actually there's a guy on TikTok, he did it very, very well. So if you've just got a basic boring job, there was a guy, he was like the 9 to 5. I don't know if you've seen him.
I have.
Literally posted every single day of literally him waking up in the morning, brushing his teeth, putting his laptop in his bag, driving to work in his like fucking Toyota Prius or whatever it was. And he documented that. He got millions of views because so many people resonated with it. And you know what? He then spun the narrative because he was able to build this online business and he's gone out and done his thing. Yes, he got a lot of backlash because people felt so attached to that, but he evolved from that person now.
Yeah.
And you could do that. Like you could be just a mum that like, you know, there's people like, I know what you like. You're a bit of a clean freak. Like, you know, Sunday resets. And it could be just you filming yourself, wiping down the bench or some ASMR like, tappity tap tap tap, like just real random stuff. People get fixated on that. Like T, she loves that stuff. Like I'll go to bed and I can hear her watching ASMR at night, and somebody just literally in a camera just go. I'm like, what the fuck are you watching? But people pay good money for it.
No, there's 100%. And going back to that guy who did the whole 9 to 5, I remember that guy. And my thing with him is it was so fucking smart what he was doing, but he was normalizing and resonating so much with that person. But his intention was like, I want the fuck out of this.
He wanted out, and that's why he was doing it.
But he made it so look, he was normalizing it and making it sound so acceptable. And that's how he got that strong rapport. But his intention was like, I don't fucking want. He had a link. He had like an Amazon link in his thing.
Yeah.
Like no one's fucking smart enough to see that. I'm like, he's making all this content for that, but it's like, he's trying to make money to get the fuck out of that.
And because
rat
organic
race.
views are crazy. Like, you know, I was chatting to Troy Candy the other day. So on average, he gets roughly around 26 million organic views a month, right? 26 million organic views. For me to get 26 million views to my Instagram profile on paid content, we worked it out on a minimum. It would cost me $350,000 a month in paid advertisement. $350,000. So imagine if you could get 26 million views or even 1 million views to your profile. You get 1 million views to your profile, 10% of those then go through to your website, right? So what's that? 100,000. 10% of those people that went through to your website, they added to cart. So we're now at 1,000. Is that correct? Yeah, no, 10,000. So we're at 10,000. 10% of those then go through and purchase. That's 1,000. So 1,000 people have purchased a product at $100. That's 10 G's.
Yeah.
I hope that's good, man.
Close. It sounds good though.
Sounds good. But like,
no.
that's like, break down those numbers. It's like, okay, like, how many people do I need to get through to my social media? How many people do I need to see engaging with my stuff? Focus more. And this is where also, like, we're talking about views and organic reach and all that type of stuff. Don't also get so fixated on that type of stuff, because people also get so fixated on that stuff that realize that, stop focusing on width, focus on depth. All you need is 1,000 raving customers, 1,000 raving customers to pay you $100 per month every single month as leverage income that you can then use that money to then put into something that like ETFs, bonds, whatever it is that's going to create you passive income that's going to pay you for the remainder of your life, whether you're deaf, dumb, blind, or stupid.
1,000 people can change your life.
That's huge.
That's it. But going back to that, it's like, well, when we run ads, like it's, $35 to $45 per 1,000 views. Like it's quite expensive.
Yeah,
now.
man.
Like, that's what I'll pay. But this is when people go back to, sort of the influencer world and stuff. It's like, these fuckers are so smart. Like people will literally like sell their page for like a fucking, I don't know, a camp chair or something like that. It's like, we had something yesterday. It's like, oh, hey, would you want to come stay? We'll give you 2 nights at our hip camp. I might do them. Oh, okay, there's $80. Fuck,
Yeah.
100. Like, oh, and you do like, a reel and 2 stories for us. And I'm like, do you know how much I could fucking charge for that?
Yeah,
like,
100%,
so it's like, but it's so smart. They're like, hey, I can come in. We might have, it's like, hey, we sort of average 5 to 8 million views sometimes, a little bit low at the moment, but let's just say it's 1 million views.
Yep.
It's like, if you wanted to go and pay for that, times that by fucking whatever it was, 35, like to be able to pay to get those views is fucking ridiculous. So people will come in with a product and people will sell their fucking souls for a free product, put their thing in their bio, do a reel, it blows up. And these people are like, fuck, this cost me a fucking chair or $80. And like, they come in and like, what I'm getting at here is like, you need to know your worth of your brand.
Yep.
And this is where you don't just sell yourself to every little fucking thing that comes along, because no one's going to trust you. But like, if you can hold your worth to your brand and you just like think about how much your fucking profile can be.
Yep.
Like that's your shop front. And then go back to thinking about when you used to pay for, how do people used to buy shit like ad in the radio? You'd pay like $500 for a little fucking square on the
Yellow
newspaper.
pages. Get this. So my mum used to own a printing company back home in New Zealand. She used to pay $150,000 a year for this little square in the yellow page that had digital and printing solutions on $150,000 a year. Like, and it was like, she was D, right? So it's like she goes to the printing, and a lot of people probably don't remember this, but it's like, why are a lot of businesses called Triple Eight Painting, Triple A Cabinetry? It's because they wanted to be number 1 under the cabinetry section, so they wanted to go AA Cabinetry. Like, people don't realize that stuff. It's like organic is like so, and people are like, oh, I'm shadow banned, and it's like, oh, Instagram doesn't work. I'm like, bro, it is fucking free.
Yeah,
like it is free.
Yeah, people want to do paid advertising. I'm like, fuck it. Post 5 times a day then.
Yeah, man.
Like make 100 videos a week. Like you could literally knuckle down on the free shit and build a fucking, build everything from that. But going back to that, because I know something I wanted to talk about, because again, like some misconceptions, like going back to, so I want to help some people from this to get more of a clear vision. Because like I said, people go back to, it's like, I want to have multiple streams of income. And I have people in my inbox, it's like, I've got $10,000. Like, I'm not sure if I should like start a business and make some profit or like invest it. And I'm just like, in my head, I'm just like, oh no, like this is how much people just aren't educated. And people, again, I have nothing against however the fuck anyone makes their money. Like I like the people that have there's digital products, there's courses, there's e-com, there's drop shipping, we're in high ticket sales. Like there's low ticket sales. There's all different models that works different for everyone, depending on what their goals are, etc. But I think the message that gets so like confused and muddled up of this is like the thing these days, like the cool things again, because we have 1,000 plus DMs a month. This is going by 5 years of thousands and thousands of conversations. I'm not just chatting shit about this. It's like people come, it's like they want more time and financial freedom, but these days people's like, I want passive income. Like they're a normal person at a job, probably got 20 grand savings max, and it's like, I want passive income, because I really feel like that's a thing that's getting thrown around there so much these days. But like, I want to ask you, it's like, 1, what the fuck is passive income? 2, what should the person be focusing on from day one, because I really feel like this comes back to just how it's always been, which we'll touch on in a minute. But like, what is passive income? But like, what should people, let's say I've got 10, 20 grand. I got big goals. I'm sick of the fucking 9 to 5. I'm sick of all the bullshit.
Yep.
I want to create something better. Like, what do I do?
I think the first thing is people need to understand exactly what passive income is. People don't. When I jump on coaching calls with people, I'm like, okay, you want to do passive income? Like, what's passive income? They're like, oh, I just want to be paid while I sleep. And I'm like, okay. And how do you want to do that? Oh, I want to start an e-commerce store. I'm like, that's not passive income. They're like, but it is. Like, I've seen it on social media. I'm like, well, no, there's two different. Like, there's a thing called a passive income and there's a thing called a leveraged income, right? An e-com store is essentially a leveraged income. A passive income is whether you're deaf, dumb, blind, or stupid, you're going to get paid regardless. Whether you're dead, you're still going to get paid regardless, right? So what I suggest to anyone, right, is start focusing on a leveraged income. So if you've got $10,000 and you want to start a business and you want to start doing something, where do you go? The first thing that I always say is we need to look within. We've got to focus on your purpose, right? And this come back to the conversation that I said before. Too many people are looking over the fence at what other people are doing. The first thing that you need to do is look in your own backyard. You need to dig up. You've got to find these golden nuggets. What do I like doing? What lights me up? What am I good at? What do I solve those problems from? And bundle it together, right? So like dig these golden nuggets up and just sharpen them and just get better and better. And then come like with an elevator pitch, right? So if somebody was to say to you like, hey, Josh, what do you do for work? It's just like, I'm a personal trainer. It's like, okay, well, that's fucking boring. It's like, no. So I help men over the age of 35 lose 10 kilos within the next 8 weeks. It's like, oh, fuck, that's a bit different. So you're not just a normal personal trainer. You specialize in this area. I'm a Sparky that focuses on, building out luxury caravans or something along those lines, whatever it is. Focus on your purpose first before you then go into the business. Because what's going to happen, right, is you're going to go, oh, Joe Bob's selling water bottles down the road and it's an e-com thing. He's got the Lambo, man, that looks cool. I can sell water bottles. And then you're like, fuck, I've got no passion with water bottles. And when the going gets tough, trying to get out of bed in the morning because it's something that you don't believe in and you're not passionate about is tough. Those jobs that you currently work, that you hate, you've got zero passion for, it's like, it's the exact same thing. So when the going gets tough, it's like, I need to focus on purpose. So it's like, first thing, come back to finding out what your purpose is. What lights you up and what are you good at? How could you turn that into a product or a service? How can you solve a problem? Once you then figure out, okay, I can solve this problem this way. Let's bundle this together in a format and let's put it out to the world, right? It could be, let's just use water bottles as an example. It's like, oh, but I don't want to just go out and get, 10,000 water bottles because, what if they don't sell? Okay, well, what if we start on a pre-sale basis? Let's build all this hype up there. Let's put it online and go, hey, this is what I am. This is a magic water bottle. It does all the special stuff, blah, blah, blah. You can get it now on pre-sale. It's going to be dispatched in XYZ days, right? So then you've got 30 days to go fucking balls to the wall to see how many of those products that you can potentially sell. If you only sell one of them, did you really do good enough? Like, what could you do? And this is where so many people go wrong is when they want to start these businesses. I'm going to use a clothing brand as an example. They go up, they get t-shirts, hats, hoodies, backpacks, fucking water bottles, everything. They do this big full campaign shoot. They're in $20,000 to $30,000. They launch it online to their fucking 1,000 followers. Their friends and family don't even support them. And then they're 1,000 followers. They may get 1 or 2 people that purchase, and then they're stuck with all the stuff. They've got no cash flow. They don't know what the fuck to do with themselves. So I suggest to anyone that when they go to start a business, if it's an online business or a service-based business, start with like a limited supply. Only bring out 25 to 50 of them. And then once they sell out, hype it up, do the same thing. Because when things are accessible to people and they can get it at any given time, they're not going to go for it. So we need to build it up. We need to hype it up and all that type of stuff. They get so caught up and it's like, you don't need to spend all this money to get started. Like put a website up, put a landing page up there, see if you can get the hype, like get the interest first before launching it, right? That's when you know that, whether it's going to work or not. And this is where so many people go wrong is they just spend all this time and money building the thing before knowing that it's even there. And like even a good friend of mine, like Amber, like she's great, but it's like, I said to her, like she recently wanted to launch a new product and I was like, do you have the demand there? She's like, yeah, my friends and family said it's amazing. I'm like, that's your friends and family. They're not buying it. You need to put it out to the world first. I'm like, so what I want you to do is I want you to create content around it. I want to see if people are biting on it. What happened? People were not biting on it. So we had to change the narrative. So it's like, yet again, coming back to the purpose, what lights you up, put it out there to the world. Are people buying it? Are they not? How can we, twist it? And then go from there. And then using that leveraged income that we're making from this product, right? We use McDonald's. McDonald's is a clear leveraged income business. They build a business. They've got 15-year-old kids that are, look into a Macca's and it's like just 15-year-old kids that are working there. This is a multi-million dollar, billion-dollar corporation. that 15-year-old kids did it because they put systems and processes in place. They use that money from that leveraged income to put into passive income, which is, their real estates and their ETFs and all that type of stuff to then buy more land and all that type, right? So focus on the leveraged income first, then move to the passive income. Don't just jump straight to putting it straight into ETFs and stuff like that. Focus on something that's going to bring you revenue every single week that you can take 10% of your income for, invest it into an ETF of some sort every single month, buy the market monthly, and I can guarantee you in 20 to 30 years that you're going to have, $1-2 million of passive income that's paying you dividends every single year.
Yeah. And like I said, it's the thing that people try and skip these days is you need to get better at, you need to learn how to make active income. And the way to make active income is, yes, you can up your skill set and get a better job, change your career. Like you can still live a great life, in the corporate world, in the trade world, in the whatever it is. But like you can't get away from, like, you need to become more valuable. You need to be able to solve a bigger problem. Like we're not just talking about, I think if you want to have no ceiling, you have to be a business owner or an entrepreneur. I really think it's very hard in Australia to find a career path where you're going to earn
uncapped income. And
300 grand, like, fuck.
Even like, I think coming back to that whole, like, if you're wanting to build a business and start something new, my biggest thing is, and I say it all the time, run through that fucking wall as hard and as fast as possible and figure it out. Do not sit there waiting around for that perfect moment. Like, if I come up with an idea, I can guarantee you that I'm going to run through that wall as fast as possible and figure out if it's going to work or not, because time is something that we don't have on our side, right? So I'm going to see if this is going to work within the first month. If it's not going to work inside the first month, I'm out. And that's the biggest thing, is they spend 6, 12, 18 months. Things change. You think about, like, let's look at, computers, how long it took for computers to come around. Then how long did it take for internet to come around? Then it was like Wi-Fi. And now it's like AI. Like, things are moving so fast, and you as a human need to move just as fast.
And what I think these days is what hasn't caught up, but is still so socially acceptable, is like what you'll get applause for is like if you go through, 12 years of school, then it's like, hey, I'm going to go and do, because in the book, and it's like, again, some people but it's like, it feels like if you don't go to university, it's like, you're not going to have a high paying career. And it's like, look, it's a very small amount that, do go on and do the thing. But what I'm getting at is like, what's applause is, it's like, hey, I've gone through 12 years of school. It's like, oh, Josh is going to go to university for 4 years. And in that time, I'm not going to make any money. Like, so that's okay. So it's 4 years to learn a skill set. I'm not guaranteed the job, the career, the position at the end of it. I'm going to be up for 50, 80, 100 grand plus all the bullshit on top. But I'm opting into 4 years of my life to learn a skill set, to not earn any money, with the risk at the end of, like, I might be able to start on 80 grand or something like that. But these days, it's like, just going back to what you said, it's like, if people don't see a result in 4 weeks, they're out.
Yep.
And it's like, but hang on, it's like, 12, you can give something 12 months, but it's so like, there'll be a family dinner to congratulate Andrew because, he's gone to university, he's going to be so successful, we're so proud, he's 100 grand in debt, 4 years, no money, fucking go Andrew. But then it's like, it comes to someone wants to go down the path, it's like, fuck, I want to start this business, and it's 10 grand.
Oh, don't do that.
Risky this.
Banking
what if
system.
it doesn't work? What if this? What if that? But then it's like, then the comments start coming 1 week, 3. How's that thing going? It's a fucking scam. You've lost your money. How's it going? All these fucking external pressures. I'm like, why does this not happen with the university? And I'm not shitting on any path here, but I'm just like, how twisted is that?
Yeah, the banking system. Like, you go into the bank, you're earning, you come out of school, what is it? You get the Vegemite, what is it? Dolomites banking card type thing. You come out of school and it's like 18. It's like, hey, you want a credit card?
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, you want a $20,000 credit card? Hey, you can have a $20,000 credit card. Then you walk into the bank, you're like, hey, any chance I can get a $5,000 loan? I want to start a business? They're like, oh, I don't know if you should be doing that. I think it's like, but hey, go to university and you can take 50. And it's like, we're not shitting on university. Like, I think there is a right place for university students, and, there's different types of things. I don't think going to university is a great thing if you don't know what you're going to do. People go and get all these degrees, art degrees, marketing degrees, business degrees, and then they don't even use them anyway. And the craziest part about this, right, and this is what I find right funny. I failed school. I didn't go to university. And at this point in time, I'm actually mentoring university students. So I've got lecturers reaching out to me to mentor their university students. And it's like, hold on. But you guys have the blueprint. And they're like now starting to realize like, oh, actually, fuck. Like we actually don't, well, I'm not saying they don't know what they're talking about, but they don't have the information that they need to help these people. And that was my biggest thing is like, I still remember going to a university day at Auckland University. And I remember walking into the car park because I was like, you know, that was a dream in New Zealand. It's like, you got to go to uni. And it's like, okay, so I'm going to go to university. I walked into the car park and it's like, and I'm not judging people on what they drive, but we're talking like Honda Preludes, like fucking, you know, old beaten up Civics. And I'm like, hold on, I want to do business, yet you're telling me you're going to teach me how to run a multi-million-dollar business, but you've never done it yourself? Like, textbook is one thing, but actually getting and doing the fucking work is completely different.
I know. And like I said, everything has the, like with these days, everything's so fast, quick, AI, ChatGPT, but it's like, why is it still 12 years? Like, why do we need 1 year of year 10 to learn? Why is it still 8 till 3? Like, why is that still so fucking long when you can learn the shit so quickly that it's like none of that's changed? And it's just, it hasn't caught up.
They teach you, like even we put an ad up recently for a new marketing person to come on board, and I'm reading through all these things, and it's like, you know, marketing degree, business degree, and all that type of stuff, and I'm interviewing them, and I'm like, okay, cool. You know, tell me about it. And it's like, they're talking about marketing for like commercials, like TV commercials, print commercials, billboards. And I'm like, okay, do you understand Facebook ads, Google ads, you know, the numbers, the metrics? They're like, oh no, I've never done that before. But they're wanting $150,000, $200,000 a year. I'm like, okay, so what exactly can you bring to the table? Oh, we can create a strategy, and, you know, we can spend the next 6 months coming up with a strategy to help, you know, launch a campaign. Bro, I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning to come up with a strategy to launch my product at 8 o'clock, do crazy numbers. And I'm like, fuck, do I need 6 months to do that type of shit? And it's like, sometimes it's like what they're teaching in university is so old school. And I get it. They need the foundations. Like some of these people need foundations in order to grow. But it's like, I
think it's still great. Again, if you like, I had some mates like they were going to become a doctor. Like you just fucking knew it. It's like doctor, nurse. It's like, and they fucking did it. And it's the perfect career path for that, 100%. But I said all the other stuff, like it's like marketing, all this sort of stuff. It's like, fuck, man. Like, you know, it's just like you can go do a 4-year marketing degree and you're capped at $100,000 a month. It's like you can go and fucking, again, do a course, going back to It's like people shit on courses. And I think the reason people shit on courses, which I agree with these days, is because most people, like I said, it's kind of like the university teachers, like they generally haven't even done the fucking thing themselves.
They're selling a course on how to sell a course.
And they're selling it. But people these days, it's like, the repackaging courses, selling it. Like I don't agree with that. But I agree with courses from people that have actually done the fucking thing and paying for access to learn and mentor and be coached from people that have already gone on the journey. That's, if I was to put it down to our biggest breakthroughs and what we still invest in ourselves today, is doing that. We found the people that align and have the life and they've done the things, they've got the numbers, they've been in it for 10, 20, 10, 15 years, whatever it is. And it's like, I like the way they do their business, etc. I extract as much as the free value as possible and implement as much as that as possible. And it's like, hey, like I know they have the answer to the next thing. It's like, then the only way to get is like, they're fucking valuables. You have to pay to get access to them.
You just need that one. That's the thing. Like we think about like how you and I met. We went through a mentorship, right?
Yeah.
And it's like the relationship that we've built is pretty fucking strong. Like we feel like lost brothers. And it's like, you can spend money to invest into these people, and it's all about finding the right person, right? There's a lot of people out there that scam people. They haven't actually done it. It's like, do your due diligence, find out if they actually genuinely achieve what they want. They actually say that they've achieved. But then it's like, when you go to these people, it's like, you're not trying to get the whole cheat code on exactly what it is. You're just trying to get that 1%. And it's like, you know, in the group that we were a part of, you know, what was it? Like 10 grand a year to be a part of. I grabbed literally the smallest piece of thing and it fucking lit something up inside of me. I implemented it inside my business and we grew by 300% that year.
Yeah. And what you took from that was different to what I took.
Exactly.
It's like, I can do that in my business. I can do that in this thing. And I've been in mentorships and courses where like I've got off a call and I'm like, holy fuck, this is the thing. This one thing is there. And I've got these notes. And then other people like barely took notes. Like, oh, like, yeah, I didn't get much from that. I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, you can.
Are you not listening to what I was listening to?
You can consume all the same information, and it can be the one or two things that someone will take from that. It could be one of these podcasts that someone can take the one or two little things and literally go and change everything. Or they go, oh, that was great, that felt good, could do that, or just. It's just you can consume all the shit and just do nothing. This is where it comes down to taking the fucking action.
And I think there's a lot of people that are getting like stuck into what I like to call motivation masturbate.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, forget porn. Like, let's go straight into like motivation. It's like, you know, they're looking for the next motivational quote to light them up and inspire them. And it's like, you can take on all this information. You can take on all the courses in the world. You can read all the books. But if you don't fucking action it, it's worthless.
I think it was coming out before you said the words. It's like, oh, people want to they want to try a business these days.
Yep.
It's like they're just people are just participating. I'll participate in that thing and just see how it goes.
Yep.
Don't even start.
You need to realize where you are in your life as well. It's like, you know, you could be the best fucking builder in the world, but the worst business owner. You got to know who you are. So it's like the entrepreneur, the innovator, and the manager. I know for a fact that I am definitely the entrepreneur. I'm the person that's going to fucking run through the wall and I'm going to have the ideas and I'm going to make it happen. For me to actually put into play and actually bring it all together, I am trash. I am absolutely terrible. Where the person that is absolutely good at bringing everything together and making it all happen is a terrible business owner. And you got to know your space. And it's like, if you want to work a 9-to-5 job and there's jobs out there that you can make significant money from, that's okay. If you want to do that, but you got to know your position. Don't try and jump into say, I want to be an entrepreneur when you just don't have that drive and fire in your belly. Because man, some of those nights, it's lonely being an entrepreneur. It's lonely being a business owner that a lot of people don't actually realize because it's you inside your own head every fucking day and it's not easy. So it's like knowing who you are and the position of where you want to be. There's a key play.
I think you hit the nail on the head there of like having that like that burning desire there because I've seen like this and I think this comes down to like what business model you're in as well because I think there's entrepreneurs and business owners that build it more the traditional way that have been in for 10 20 30 years hustle grind fucking all the things which is 100% truth. But then I've seen the other side of it these days where people have like they've had no skill set, no money, like everything going against them. But the one thing they had was that fucking burning desire in them. It's like, I fucking deserve more than this. And it's generally the most gnarly fucking stories behind them. And I've seen them work just off that. It's like they will show off themselves. They will learn. They will go through the things. And it's like, and that's all they need. This is what this is why I've seen so many fucking people that again have had nothing against these people, have had everything going against them. Not one thing that could be like, oh, they're going to make it. A lot of the people I've seen successful, like I at the start, I'm kind of like, it's like, oh, I can't really see it.
Yeah.
But you go, what the fuck? Didn't see that.
Yeah.
But it comes down to, it's like it comes down to, it's like, they will do, it's like, it's not like, oh, this would be a nice have. I'm going to try and see how it's like, this is going to fucking work.
Yep.
And that's what we had too. It's like, it's like people can like, we had a side hustle, call it whatever you want, but we did that in part-time hours, but I was 100% mentally in.
Yep.
I was 100% full-time, but part-time in hours because that's all I could get. But I've just seen so many people these days, again, because you don't have to go and start a corporate business with 400 staff and fucking 200 grand franchise fees. Like you can literally pick up your phone, create a social media page, be you, talk about the fucking thing. Like, hey, here's the struggle I'm going through. Here's the journey I'm going to go through to get on the other side of this. Because how you get credibility these days is this saying you're going to do something, actually fucking doing it.
100%.
Like if you want to learn, try. You're like, oh, how do I do that? But again, go, hey, I'm fucking 120 kilos. Like I'm going to be 90 kilos of a lean 6-pack and watch me.
Yeah, you do that. And people are then going to ask you how you're going to do it. You get certified and then you sell them a service.
Then 12 months later, you do the thing. So without any of the bullshit paper, it's like you're qualified because you actually did the fucking thing.
Yep.
Like you've actually did it. But this is the thing these days, like people see us, like we've upset a lot of people because we've outgrown people, whatever. It's like, it makes them uncomfortable. I hold people accountable. You'd be like, oh, I'm going to go to Cape York. And it's like, this was 5 years ago. I'm like, have you gone yet? You gone? I'm like, fucking go. Do it then. Do it. Oh, and then, but. Shut the fuck up. Like,
just do it. Stop talking about it. Just fucking do it.
I know, but that makes people, but my friends like, stay home, economy expensive. Like, just fuck off. Like, just, I don't know. But I've just seen I truly believe anyone can do it. Look, I know we've got to wrap this up. I want to just quickly finish. Like, look, you've seen, like, we've got people build, you've seen our business, everything behind the curtains, like how we've built our business from ground up, how we help people with the magic, and like, what do you sort of think like separates those just in business in general, personal and business? Like, because a lot of people might just want to just get in shape, be a better dad, be a better partner, like just personal and business. But like, what do you think separates those who make it work And, you know, then then what's the difference between those people that go on and then go scale a business to, you know, six figures, 7 figures, whatever, versus those who just never get any fucking traction?
I think also like the first thing is like authentic. Like you're being authentic. You're true to your word. You're saying who you are. And when you're saying that I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, you're doing it, right? When you don't do it, you're lying to yourself and you're cheating to yourself. If you're prepared to lie and cheat to yourself, you're prepared to lie and cheat to other people. Like you need to, the people that are actually doing it is like, this is what I'm going to do and this is how I'm going to do it. And I'm going to go out there and make it happen. The people that just talk about it will forever just talk about it. It's like, you just need to go out there and make it happen. Create a game plan. We're not asking you to become a millionaire overnight. We're not asking you to fucking run a marathon tomorrow. It's literally like going to the gym. You go into the gym, you do the reps and you show up. And I can guarantee you, if you do those things at 100%, it will work. It will 100% work. Name me one person that has done it like for 365 days, even content for an example. If you just show up and post every, what's his name? I think his name's Chris Griffin. If you look him up on Instagram, I think you know who I'm talking about. Podcast guy, yeah. He was in a mentor group by the name of Lewis Mocker. And I remember Lewis saying, hey, I want every single person to post every single day on social media for the next 30 days. And he showed up in his car, terrible lighting, and posted and he went viral. Now he's traveling around the world, podcasting some of the biggest business people in the world. He was just a regular person before that.
Yeah.
And that's because he fucking wanted it.
Yeah. And I think you said the best thing there. It's like, you can't expect other people to take the action that you aren't going to do yourself. And I see people these days, it's like, they're just like, oh, this person won't do this. And they've got these excuses. I'm like, bro, that's literally you. Like, that's yours.
Stop talking about
that's
it. Just
yours.
fucking do it.
You can't fucking expect other people to do the thing that you aren't willing to do for yourself. Again, these days, it's literally just fucking showing up. Most people know what it is, but again, there's all going to be all the reasons. Never going to be the perfect time. That's all going to be the thing. But look, again, what's one piece of advice? Because I know you got to go to your corporate box. Fucking talking about making it. Fucking
Just semi-finals corporate box.
You got to leave my home. I'm homeless here on the dam. He's going to the corporate box.
Hard life.
But like, I know people are going to, I want some to take, like, there's so much in here. And like, this is part one. I'm like,
we're going to keep going.
Like, we're doing an hour. We haven't even, I went off one note that I had here. I haven't even touched what I was going to like.
We're going to be here for hours.
I know. So this is part one. But like, for someone that's been sitting on the sidelines, like, you know, sort of scared to start, like, I know we sort of just covered it then, but like, just what's the one piece of advice to push them over the line? Look, and I just want to get in this person's head for a minute, because I know the thing in their head is, what are people going to think of me? Can I do it? I don't have the time. I don't have the money. My partner's fucking not on board, whatever. Like, there's 3 to 5 things that's going to be holding people back. But like, what is your best advice to push this person to just do something today?
I think one piece of advice that was given to me a year and a half ago, and it was by a guy by the name of Simon Beard. We all know Simon owned Culture Kings. And I was at his apartment in Surface, and I said to him, what is the biggest difference between, you know, me and you? And he looked me dead in the eyes and he said, I think you were standing there too.
I was there.
You were there.
Yeah.
He said, there's no difference between me and him and Adrian Patelli, Adrian and Donald Trump, me and you. The main difference between these people is who has the biggest balls to go fucking all in. And that sat in the back of my mind and still plays into the back of my mind to this day. And I've got goosebumps on my legs right now, because that was the biggest thing that changed my trajectory of my life, my business, and absolutely everything, is having the balls to go in all in and believing in everything that I'm doing. And if you can believe in what you do and go all in, it's going to work.
And you can even bring that back to a smaller scale of believing in where, like, what you want your life to look like, and can believe in you can do it.
Yep.
And having the balls to post on your story
100%.
Like the fucking small thing that most people are afraid to do, not give a fuck about what people are going to think. It's like, by doing that little bit is what's going to separate you from that.
Exactly.
So this has been awesome, man. Look, everyone go along, give Liveco, Andrew Taylor, a follow. Buy some of his shit. He's got some amazing stuff. Again, Andrew's just a great mate, and just they're very hard to find, because he'll literally do anything for me. I'll do literally anything for for him. And it's like, it's just support the fucking people that actually want to, you know, see yourself do well. So
appreciate it, man.
Get over there, but man, thank you so much for this. Like, this is part one. And I'm excited for some things to to come. And I just hope you got one thing from that's going to make you go and take the action.
100%.
Just go and do something. But Andrew,
Appreciate it, bro.
Thanks so much, bro.
We'll do another one.
We'll talk in the next one.